Hi everyone, it's Megan with AboveRubyStudio.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for a Tuesday tutorial. We're getting very close here to Halloween. It's this week, and I am going to show you something from our previous October kit for Club Ruby designers. And I'm also going to be showing you something that we teach how to make in the new DVD that's going to be coming out very shortly here that we haven't released yet, but it's coming. So I just thought I would do a couple things with this real quick and have fun showing you how to make this fun interactive easel pop-up card. So in case you've never seen how to make one of these before, we're gonna make one real fast and simple today. It's very easy to do. I'm starting out very simple here with a piece of paper that's 11 inches long and 4 1/4 inches wide. So it was an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that we cut in half to be 4 1/4 by 11 inches, okay? So this is what we're starting with, and I'm just going to grab my score pal, and this is so easy to do if you have a score pal at home. Very simple, very easy. We're going to score this in the center. You can see it's 11 inches here. So we're going to score in the center at 5 1/2. And then we're going to go ahead and score again over here at 3 inches. All right, very, very simple. And once again, this was paper that was included for the Club Ruby designers. And we're going to fold this here. And this becomes our little easel here. So we're just going to make this crease nice and tight. So you can see how super, super easy that was to make with the score pal there. So that's going to kind of pop up, and that becomes our base for our easel card. So we're going to set that aside. And now we're going to start placing things together. Some of the papers from this kit have already been kind of cut apart and cut out, and I've done different things with it. And I'm just going to continue right along with that to cut this down to where I need it to be. So this needs to be 4 1/4 inches wide. I'm going to be using this as the base here. This is the Mad Hatter paper. This is from Graphic 45. And then we want it to be 5 1/2 inches. To be the size of our standard A2 size card. For this card, I'm going to ink the edges using some fluid chalk, chestnut roan ink, just a simple inking, very basic. And we're going to need to adhere this down to the front of our card base to make our card base. So what we need to do, it is just a little bit smaller than our green. Just didn't quite get exact measurement there, which happens sometimes, but that's okay because we can still leave the green pop out and stick out and it will be totally fine. Or we can trim down the green just a little bit. So let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to trim down the green a little bit. So I'm just going to stick it inside of my paper trimmer and do a simple little trim to make it match. I'd rather the front of my card actually be a little bit bigger than the card front, be a little bigger than the base. So that's fine. That actually works really well. And now what I'm going to do, this is where we're going to need to do the gluing. I'm going to open this up. Everywhere from here down, from this 3-inch score line down. So we're going to just take a simple glue dot, glue runner, ATG, anything along those lines works just fine. Go as close to that upper top edge as you possibly can. Kind of like to do a lot of glue on these cards that are interactive because there's not a ton of space for it to hold. So there's a lot of glue on there. So you can just kind of run it all the way around. Then what we're going to do is line this up from the bottom and let it go to the top. So we'll start down here, line this up at the bottom, and then press it down. That covers our entire card front. And we're just doing this very simple and easy. I cut out some of the paper from the kit. From one of the pages in the kit, it was called the Jabberwocky. And there were all these little cards. They were all placed on here and they're all lined up and there's a whole bunch of them. So I just cut them out kind of right away and just decided I'm using these as different elements. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this Halloweenin out. Halloweenin in Wonderland. Any which old way. using my corner chomper from We Are Memory Keepers. The 1/2 inch setting works really well. Rounding, we'll just round those 2 corners. No, we'll round these 3 corners. I'm going to leave that corner, the bottom left corner, we'll leave that straight. And I'm going to round this corner and this corner. This one's not going on here, but we will round this one out too. And I'll do the 1/4 inch setting and do all 4 sides. So it's really great to mix that up with this corner chomper. You can go back and forth with your sizes. All right, so now what I'm going to do is adhere this particular one straight down to the front of my card. Oops, backwards. And I'll just cut off what doesn't actually fit. We'll just trim this off. Just flip it over. And then I'm going to layer pop dots for this card because I really want to give a lot of different dimensions. So I'm going to do this on a single layer. We'll do it just like this. And then for this Alice, I want this to be really popped up. So I'm going to actually place one in the lower corner right here because that's going to act as where we want Alice to go here. And this is already popped up, so we're going to need 2 to be layered on top of each other right here. And just to make sure I have enough support and everything that I need, I'm going to do 2 more right here. Okay, so there's lots of dimension to that card. Now we're going to need something to act as the base to keep it standing up. So that's what we're going to do next. Really simple, really easy to create. We're going to use 2 papers here. And we're going to cut this out at 4 1/4 inches. And let's see, we'll make it 2 inches wide. So 4 1/4 by 2 inches for this particular strip. I'm going to take this one and go 2, let's not quite do 2, let's do 1 1/2 for this strip. And that matches. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take this strip as well. But I'm just going to do a really thin 1 1/4 inches. And we're going to make that only 4 inches long. Okay, so just to go over that real quick, how these layer up, it's going to be like this. Each get progressively smaller. And you can round corners and do different things with these. I'm going to do just a simple little all 4 corner round 1/4 inch setting on this purple strip. Very simple. And I'm going to open this up. I'm going to apply a layer right down here along the bottom and then right along the top, just so I have good coverage. Again, this is going to act as our base in our easel, so I really want to make sure that I have enough glue that it really holds down. All right, so that's down. And then on this piece, I'm going to ink the edges. And this one really becomes the biggest element, key element here. And then I'm going to grab the foil thickers that were included in the kit, and I'm just going to spell out the word boo. And I'm going to put it on here kind of however it goes. And there you have our very simple but fun easel card, variation of this one that we did right here. I really hope you had an enjoyable time watching this with us, and continue to follow AboveRubyStudio.com and check out the new ClubRubyDesigners.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.